With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Wait, that 380. 28. He can't hang. Hey, check it. Can you get me? Hey, 43. Check 13.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
72. Mike, 28. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Slam, slam. Mike, 28.
Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Brooks. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check.
To throw, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, check it. Hey, we got
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third and goal, the ball at the 10. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Colin Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Seahawks nothing.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a party now. Drop low 18. 45's the mic. 40 go.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
I'm going to run you over.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic. Switch up. Switch up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a fourth down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hurts. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Brings
Mike 28. Check Mike. Check Mike. Check 37. Check 37. Check, check. Fresno. 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 72.
On second down and 4, Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Mike 28. Watch the out. Watch the out. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the edge.
Now they'll throw with Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady, touchdown. It's complete. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now 14-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Hurts. Left side complete to Lockett. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at this.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 60 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 99.
On 2nd and inches, Brady sliding out of the pocket. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 21-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Check 45's the mic. Check 45.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, Hurts. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a play fake. Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. 65.
On first down, Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 41, Brady. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Room here to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
All day, baby, all day. 45. Buffalo 18. Y'all not ready? 45. Mike, 45.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Check, 45.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Pass incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Check, 45's the mic.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
I got him.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
45. Mike, 45. Right here. 45's the mic.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He lets it fly for Lockett. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
152 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He's going to go up top again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will extend this big lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
31's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
This is the tight end fan. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Tight right. Out.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught by OBJ. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Seattle.
31's the mic.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Here we go on 4th down. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
31's the mic. Army. 31's the mic. I got you, boy. 31's the mic.
First throw now for the backup lock. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
31's the mic. Blue down.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
45's Mike. 45. Danny. 45. Mike, 45. You don't want none of this. Give me that. Pick up the ball.
On 1st down, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. 180. 11, 11. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Three down. Three down. Three down. Three down. Check. 45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic. I got you. I got you. 11, 11. Every day. Any day.
Garoppolo now. Incomplete. At this point, down big. You'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Go.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Here we go.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 217 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
66. Defense. Check 52. Check. No.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be